Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Diana if you are new here, and if you're not new, welcome back. I was filming this video and I actually realized that I did not create an intro for this video, so I figured I quickly would. It is, I think, 5 o'clock right now, and I'm just sipping on a LaCroix. This is the passion fruit flavor. Let me know what your guys' flavors are for LaCroix if you drink LaCroix, because so far I like passion fruit, berry, and there's this other one. Mango. There's another one that's super good, but I can't remember it. Anyways, I figured I'd create an intro, and yeah, let's start off with breakfast.
So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet, keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some part.
Okay, so for lunch, I'm going to make a really big salad. I'm gonna put this baby red butter lettuce and spinach blend. I'm gonna put some green onion, some sprouts, avocado, cucumbers, dill for flavor, tomatoes, and I'm going to use this meal prep that I made yesterday. It's just ground beef with sauteed onions and bell peppers. So just going to toss all of this together into a nice big salad.
Even when I'm down in the low, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark, and maybe just a better kind of bitter. Lose gravity, I'm swimming in the quicksand, up to my knees. Keep losing sleep, I'm manic, dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know.
Alright, lunch is ready. I put the spring mix in here. I put meal prep ground beef. I also added a little bit of goat cheese in there. Lots of sprouts, tomatoes, cucumbers. I made my own salad dressing, which is really, really good. So yeah, lunch is ready. Okay, so I'm making myself some coffee, and I do not remember if I shared this in my previous video. I have this new coffee recipe that I'm very much so a fan of. I use this cold brew, best cold brew from Trader Joe's, and some almond breeze milk, and then I find this agave at TJ Maxx, and it's really good, and it has this like flavor that I'm just a fan of, but it only has 5 calories, which is really good for agave. I have no idea how it has this little calories because it's literally organic agave nectar, but I'm a fan. I found this maybe like a year ago at TJ Maxx, and I literally bought out all of their agaves, and then it disappeared for a really long time, and then a few weeks ago I was able to pick it up again. So that's that. So ice, cold brew, almond milk, and then I've been using this, which obviously is not the healthiest, and I'm not saying that it's healthy at all. Actually, it's very not good for you, but it has 15 calories only, and sometimes you just need a little something. So I'm going to put that in there. I like to put 2 servings, maybe sometimes 3, but it's just 2 servings is 1 serving is absolutely not enough to be able to actually taste the French vanilla, and 2, you can slightly taste it. So I feel like maybe 3, I'll definitely be able to taste it. made the coffee, and I actually didn't even use almond milk because I didn't even need it. I put 2 servings of the creamer, and honestly you just have to play around with the ratios, because yesterday I put almond milk and creamer and it tasted great, but today I just put the creamer and it tastes great. So I'm gonna drink this and I'm going to hydrate because I'm in desperate need of water, and I'm going to edit a YouTube video that's going live tomorrow, and I'll probably see you at dinner.
Sometimes all you need is a spark, and maybe just a better kind of bitter.
Okay, so it is getting close to dinner time. I had this grand plan to make stir fry for dinner, and I'm very excited to have stir fry, and I know Mihai is super excited to have stir fry, but I got this like really uncomfortable stomach ache after my lunch, and I'm not sure why. My stomach's just not feeling it today, I guess. So I figured I'd hold off on the stir fry, and I'll save that maybe for tomorrow. And then tonight I'm going to make some lentil soup, and I feel like it's going to be a little bit more calming for my stomach, and it's just going to make me feel all warm and cozy. So I'm going to make lentil soup, and I'm gonna get started on it now because it does take a little bit of time to cook. I have perfected the best lentil soup recipe that I have personally had in my whole life. I mean, it's so good. I use beef broth, or beef bone broth, which makes it have a ton of protein, and then obviously I use lentils. I use lots of carrots, onions, and celery, making it super healthy and very vegetable-y. So that's that, and then I puree it. So anyways, I'm super excited because the last time that I had a stomach ache, I actually ended up like not eating, and then the first meal that I did have was lentil soup, so I felt so much better. So I'm hoping that the same happens today. So let's go get started on our lentil soup. Okay, so I'm laying out all of my ingredients right now. I have potatoes, I have an onion, I have my broth. This is the best broth ever, or at least the best that I've had so far. I'm going to be using celery, carrots, and obviously lentils, and some spices. Spices are key for lentil soup. But I wanted to just start, I'm just going to start chopping everything. I like to throw on a podcast while I cook. I feel like it soothes me and it stops me from being anxious about the food in general. Like I love cooking, but I get kind of anxious and worried that it's not going to taste good or something like that, and I start like overthinking it. But if I have a podcast playing in the background, or if I have some music playing in the background or something like that, I don't focus so much on it and I just do it and it always turns out great. So anyways, I'm gonna turn on a podcast, probably something by Stephen Furtick. This is honestly going to take like an hour. I mean, like 10 minutes of like 5-10 minutes of chopping, and then maybe like 5-10 minutes of sauteing, and then I'm just going to leave it on the stove for like 45 minutes or until everything's like nice and cooked through. I feel like the longer I leave it on the oven or on the stove, then the more flavorful it gets. So that's why I like to do that.
Not a fancy favor. Lord, I can't that we were going to. You ready? Finish with flavor. That's my message today. Finish with flavor. I've heard a lot of people use a lot of words to describe. People say, "Oh, this church breaks all the rules," but I really like people to tell me what I'm supposed to do. When I get
Okay, so it's done. This is what it looks like. I'm about to puree it. I also added a little bit of lemon juice because it makes it taste so much better. And yeah, I'm just gonna puree it and then we can eat. anytime we have lentil soup, I always make sure to stock up on these. These are the absolute best. They're so good. So I'm gonna pop them in the air fryer and then we'll get started on dinner.
Yum. If I could just have naan for dinner, I could, and I would, but we don't have enough.
Okay, so we finished dinner. It was super good. Lentil soup is always a good idea. And we started watching The Sinner, the 3rd season, and so far, so good. Henry Cavill is in it, so I'm very excited about that. Anyways, I am ending the night off with a cup of tea as always, and I'm going to have a couple squares of this tart raspberries dark chocolate by Endangered Species. They are one of my absolute favorite chocolates of all time. They're so good. But anyways, I'll be ending this what I eat in a day video here. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Feeling like this is some party.